Okay, so today we are going to continue the question 5. For the question 5, there is a rectangle. The rectangle is measuring 7 centimeter by 4 centimeter. And then the rectangle is enlarged by the ratio 2 to 1. Anyone can tell me the new dimension for this rectangle?
2 by 1 times 7 or 14.
Yeah, so become how many now? The 7 it will become 14. And then for the 4 it will be how many?
8.
8. Okay. Is there anyone who get confused to get the new dimension? We use the ratio 2 to 1, so it means 2 per 1. 2 per 1 times 7, it will be equals to 14. 2 per 1 times 4, it will be equals to 8. And then now we need to find the original rectangle. If we are going to find the area of original rectangle, so we do how many times how many for the area?
7 times 4,
Okay, 7 times 4 will be equals to how many?
28 centimeter
Okay,
square,
28 centimeter square. Now, what about the enlarged rectangle? What is the area?
112
How did you
centimeter
get
square,
how many? 14 times 8 is equals to?
112.
Okay, 112 centimeter square. Now, we need to find the ratio from the original into the enlarged one.
4 by 1,
So, we do 112 to 28. We can simplify it become 4 to 1. Is there anyone who get confused so far?
What do you mean, teacher?
Sorry. What happened, Jenny?
Never
Can you
mind.
repeat your? Oh, no. Okay. How about
Sure,
others? Yes.
I want to copy.
Yeah. I'm still waiting. That's why if is there anyone having any question? If no one have no question, I will continue to the next question.
Teacher.
Already? Okay. If you have no question, I will move to the question 6. For the question 6 in here, you can check your textbook page 56. A square, there is a length 3 centimeter, and then it's enlarged by the ratio 3 to 1. Anyone want to help me to find what is the new dimension for this square?
9,
9
9 and
centimeter.
3.
Okay. Is there anyone who gets confused to get 9 centimeter? No? Okay. So it will be, wait. Okay, so what is the area from the original square?
9,
9.
Okay, 9. So 3 times 3 is equals to 9 centimeter square. Okay, for the question 82, what is the
81.
area? Okay,
81,
9 times 9, which is equals to 81 centimeter square. And then we have to find the ratio for this
9
enlargement.
by 1,
Yeah, 81 to 9, we can simplify it, become 9 to 1. Is there anyone who get confused? No? Okay. If no one have no confusion, I will move to the question 7. For the question 7, there is a cuboid. The dimension is 3 centimeter by 5 centimeter by 2 centimeter. And then it's enlarged by the ratio 2 to 1. What is the volume of the original? And then yeah, we need to find the new dimension first. What is the new dimension?
6, 10, 4,
Yeah, so the new dimension, it will be 6 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 4 centimeter. Is there anyone who get confused to get this dimension? No? Okay. So let us find the volume for the original cuboid. How to
30.
find? 3 times 5 times 2, which is equals to 30 centimeter square. And then now what is the volume for the enlarged
240,
cuboid? Yeah, we do it like 6 times 10 times 4, which is equals to 240
Oh, teacher,
centimeter cube.
teacher.
Yeah,
Wait. Teacher, the volume, the unit is
Centimeter
Oh,
square.
yeah, cube. Sorry. Yeah, I need to erase everything then. I will just cross it. Yeah, it's supposed to be centimeter cube. Where is my pencil? My pencil gone. Yeah, it's supposed to be centimeter cube. Thank you for telling me. And then is there anyone else? Maybe I make a typo or anything? Is there anything wrong?
No.
No? Okay. So now let us find the ratio. The ratio for the volume that has been increased.
8 by 1.
Yeah, it will 8 by 1. Yeah, 240. 230 we can simplify it into 8 by 1. Is there anyone having any question? Is there anyone?
Sir,
Yes, I'm listening. And then for the question 7, the ratio is 2 to 1, so it means 2 by 1. When we have, we already changed it into fraction from the ratio into fraction, which is equals to 2 per 1. We need to multiply this fraction with all the dimension in here. 3 centimeter, so 2 per 1 times 3, it will be equals to 6. 2 per 1 times 5, it will be equals to 10. 2 per 1 times 2, it will be equals to 4. That's why the new dimension for the question 7, it will be 6 centimeter by 10 centimeter by 4 centimeter. And then at the question 6, it is a square, so it means all of the sides will be having a same length. The original is 3 centimeter. We enlarge it by the ratio 3 to 1, or we have to find 3 per 1 out of 3. 3 per 1 times 3, it will be equals to 9. That's why the new dimension, it will be 9 centimeter. Is it helping, or is there anything that is confusing or fail?
clear.
Clear. Okay. How about the others? Is there anyone else having any question? No? Okay. No one tell me anything through the chat box either, so I don't think any one of you having any question. I will move to the question 8. Please copy the answer on your textbook, yeah? Because today we are going to use the answer from the question 5 until question 9 to make a conclusion in the question 10. Okay, I will move to the question 7. Oh, sorry, question 8. For the question 8, in here there is a cube. And then the cube has 4 centimeter. And then it's enlarged by the ratio 3 to 1. So it means 3 per 1 times 4. 3 per 1 times 4, it will be 12 centimeter for the new dimension. Is there anyone who get confused if I write 12 centimeter? No? Okay. So what is the original volume of this cube?
16 centimeters.
Oh, sorry, not clear enough.
Oh, wait.
Okay, I'm listening.
64 centimeter.
54 or 64?
64.
Okay. Sorry. So 4 times 4, which is equals to 64 centimeter cube. And then what is the volume for the enlarged cube?
1728.
Yeah, 12 times 12 times 12, which is equals to 117.28 centimeter cube. And then what is the ratio?
17.
You can ask your calculator. The calculator will simplify it for you. Yes?
1728 and 64. So divided, teacher.
Yeah, you divide them.
27.
Yeah, so 27 out of 27 to 1 for the ratio. Thank you, Jovan. Is there anyone else having any question? Is there anyone having any question? No? No question? Are you done copying the answer before I move to the question 9? No?
Wait, teacher, I'm still copying.
Okay. Let me know if you're already done. Okay, if no one asks me anything from the question 8, I will move to the question 9. In here, we have a triangle. The base is 8 centimeter. The height is 4 centimeter. And then in here, for the question 9, the triangle will be reduced using the ratio 1 to 2. If it is 1 to 2, when we change it into a fraction, it will be 1 per 2. So later for the new dimension, we just do 1 per 2 times 8 and also 1 per 2 times 4. So for the new dimension, the base it will be equals to 1 per 2 times 8, which is equals to 4 centimeter. And then for the height, it will be equals to 1 per 2 times 4, which is equals to 2 centimeter. Right? Agree? Okay, if no one get confused, I will move to the question 9a. Calculate the area of the original triangle. Is there anyone who still remember how to find the area of triangle?
Half times base times height.
Okay, so how many times so many?
1 by 2 times
1 by 2 times base. The base is 8. The height is 4. So how many centimeter it will be?
16.
Okay, 16 centimeter square. And then for the question B, calculate the area that the reduced triangle. So it will
4.
be a half times 4 times 2. So it's 2 times.
Times 2 times 4.
Yeah, which is equals to 4 centimeter square. Is there anyone who disagree, or maybe I make a typo or anything? No? Okay. So for the question C, calculate the ratio by which of the area of the triangle has reduced. So,
1 by 4.
okay, how did you get 1 by 4? So we have
4 by 16.
4 by 16. So it will be equals to 1 to 4 for the ratio. Is there anyone who get confused, or maybe my explanation is too fast? No? Okay. For sure? Let us move to the question 10 now. For the question 10, we have to, from the question 5 to 9, can you conclude what happens to 2 or 3-dimensional figures when they either enlarge or reduce? So for the question 5, or maybe we can just generalize for the 2D shape and 3D shape. Let us start with the 2D shape first. If 2D shape, it is at the question 5. Yeah, for question 5, 6, and also question 9 is 2D shape, right? In your question 5, 6, and 9. Okay. Can you compare the original ratio and then the ratio from their area? Like the ratio for the length, like question 5, the original ratio is, how many is it? Question 5 is 2 to 1. And then for the area, the ratio now become, the ratio of area, it will be 4 to 1, right? Yeah, for the question 6, we have that the original ratio is 3 to 1, and then for the area, the ratio, it will be only, it will be 9 to 1. For the question 9, you know that the original ratio is 1 to 2, and then for the area, it will be 1 to 4. So is there anything that you can conclude based on this sentence? Already collect all of them to make it easier for you.
Power 2.
Yeah, so it will be, so it means the ratio for the area is a square of the initial ratio, right? Is there anyone who disagree with this sentence? Ratio for the area is the square of the initial ratio. Is there anyone having any question or get confused if I make this conclusion? Is there anyone? No? Yeah, no one tell me anything, so I will move to the 3D shape. For the 3D shape, it yes? Is there someone going to tell me anything? Ezra or anyone? Hello? No? Okay. So for the question, for the 3D shape, we will look at the question 7 and question 9. For the question 7, the original ratio is, how many is it? 2 to 1. And then for the volume, the ratio, it became 8 to 1. For the question 8, the original ratio is 3 to 1. And then for the volume, the ratio change become 27 to 1. Anyone want to help me to conclude what happened? Why the number changed so much? What do I have to do to change the number in from 2
Power
to 1?
3.
Okay, so the ratio for the volume is the cube or the power of 3 of the initial ratio. Is there anyone who get confused so far, or maybe my explanation is still confusing for you? You still do not understand or anything? Is there anyone who get confused?
Wait, teacher, I want to copy.
Okay, it's okay if you want to copy. Just let me know if you have any question or you get confused. Please let me know. Do not keep being quiet. It will be better if you ask me a lot of questions rather than you stay quiet. So in here, for the speed, we already have a triangle in here that has distance, speed, and time. For this triangle, it will be helping you to memorize the formula like speed. If I want to find the speed, so I will just cover the letter speed. The left over one will be distance, and then there is a line in between distance and time. So it means speed is equals to distance divided by time. For the time also, it will be distance divided by speed. But if you are going to find the distance, since speed and time, they are on the same level, so distance means speed times time. Is there anyone who get confused? I think no one will get confused because you also have it in a physics class. So I will move to the population density. For the population density, there is a formula that population density is equals to population, the number of people, we divide it with the area. So later if I want to find the area, I can just do population divided by the population density. Or if I want to find the population, I can multiply the population density with the area. And then the last one is the density. Density, it will be in physics. Density is mass divided by volume. So later if I want to find the mass, it can be density times volume. And if I want to find volume, it will be mass divided by density. You can check the formula. We are going to discuss the question 6.7 on the page 59 on your textbook, page 59. Already open your textbook, page 59? Hello? Did you already have the textbook, page 59? We are going to continue the discussion from page 59. Yeah. So in page 59, there is an aluminium here, have a density of 2,900 kilogram per meters cube. And then there is a construction company that needs 4 cubic meter of aluminium. We have to find the mass of this aluminium. So,
Teacher, this one which page?
sorry,
This one
page,
which page?
page 59, 59,
Okay,
page
okay.
59, 59. Anyone want to tell me how do we find the mass? If we have the density, we have the volume.
2,900 times by 4.
Yeah, then mass is density times with, where is density times volume. So the density is, volume. So it will be 2,900. We multiply it by 4. How many it will be? You can use calculator.
11,600.
11,000. How many? 11,600. Yeah. Is it like this? Is it? What is the unit? Hello,
Yes,
am I
teacher.
having like internet trouble? I could not hear anyone properly. No. Can you tell me the unit?
Kilogram.
Kilogram. Okay, thank you. Is there anyone who gets
Kilogram.
confused? Yes, yes. Is there anyone who get confused? Is there anyone? No one? Okay. If no one have no confusion, I will move to the question 2. A marathon, there is a race in here. The distance is 42,195 meter. And then the time taken is 2 hours, 2 minutes, 50 seconds. And then we need to find the time taken in total, but in seconds. How many seconds it will be, yeah? For 2 hours, 2 minutes, 57 seconds. Is there anyone who want to help me?
Teacher, this one? Oh, time here. Right, time.
Sorry? Yeah, we have to find the time because it says how many seconds in total. The time taken, we are going to find the time taken 2 hours, 2 minutes, 50 seconds, but the question wants you to mention in seconds.
7,377.
Yeah, so it will be 7,377 seconds. Is there anyone who get confused to get this number? Is there anyone?
Yes, teacher.
Huh?
Confused, teacher.
Okay, so do you still remember if 1 hour, how many seconds?
No.
Okay, I will
No.
go from 1 minute. 1 minute, how many seconds?
60.
60 seconds. Okay, if you know 1 minute is 60 seconds, I will just go 1 hour is how many minutes? Yeah, 1 hour is 60 minutes. So when 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds, I can change the 60 minute into second by multiply it by 60. So 60 times 60, it will be 3,600 seconds. 1 hour is equals to 3,600 seconds. 1 minute is equals to 60 seconds. And then in here, there are 2 hours. If 2 hours, it means 2 times 3,600, which is equals to 7,200. So with 2 hours, if 2 hours, yeah, it will be 2 times 3,600, which is equals to 7,200. And then for 2 minutes, yeah, it will be 2 times 60, which is equals to 120 seconds. And then for the 50 seconds, because it's already in seconds, so we just directly copy paste become 57. And then you can ask your calculator, maybe if you don't want to plus all of them, you can calculate using calculator help. In total, it will be equals to 7,377 seconds. Is there anyone who have any confusion or get confused so far? Maybe I talk too fast or anything?
No.
No? Okay. If no one have no confusion, let us move to the question B. For the question B, calculate his average speed in meter per second for the race, giving your answer into decimal place. So how do we find the speed? Anyone knows how do we find the speed?
Total distance divided by total time.
Okay, so the total distance is
For 42,100.
40,195. We divided by
7,377.
okay, good job. How many it will be?
5.71.
5.72.
Read the question properly. Read the question properly. In how many significant figures?
Oh,
In how many significant figures or in how many decimal place given?
Two decimal places.
So it will be how many? 5.
5.72.
172.
Yeah, 5.72. Okay, thank you. Because some of you before said like 5.719 or something. That's why I asked you to read the question properly because it's supposed to be in two decimal place. Is there anyone having any question so far? No? Okay. Let us move to the question C. What is the average speed will the runner need to maintain the marathon under 2 hours? If it is 2 hours, so you just assume that the time taken will be 2 hours. So 2 hours will be equals to how many seconds?
7,200.
Okay, 7,200 seconds. And then the distance, it will be remain the same. So to find the speed, you can just do like for T2195, you divided by 7,200. How many it will be?
Teacher, there will be decimal place, teacher.
Yeah, you can round it off, go down. Yeah, to
5.86.
decimal place. To decimal place, how many it will be?
5.86.
Okay, 5.86 or 86. Okay, is there anyone having any question? Is there anyone having any questions so far? Or maybe I explained too fast or anything?
No, teacher.
No? Okay. So if you have no question, we can move to the question 3, right? Are you done copying?
Yes.
Okay, I will
Ready,
move to the...
teacher, we are
Oh, yeah, okay, okay. Let me know if
Okay.
you're already done copying, yeah? Question 3. Okay, for the
Teacher, not
question...
yet.
Oh, not yet. Wait, let me go back. I hope that I haven't started anything. I can go back. Wait. Okay. I will move to question 3. For the question 3, there is some metal in here, aluminium, brass, copper, and steel. And then they also have its density. Now there is, for the question 3, we don't know what metal is it, but the metal is in the cube shape, and then the mass of this cube is 1.1 kilogram. Now our job for the question A, we have to guess what kind of metal is it, because a density, for the density, it will be related to the mass and also volume. So it will be better if we find the volume first, because we already have the mass, which is equals to 1.1 kg. But you have to check also, the unit for the density is gram per centimeter cube, but the mass in here is 1.1 kg. The unit are different, so you have to change the unit to make it same. 1.1 kg, it will be equals to how many gram? Anyone want to tell me?
100.
Yeah, so it will be 1100 gram for the mass. And then for the volume, anyone want to help me to find the volume?
Is volume.
Hmm?
Mass by density.
No, we still don't know. We still don't know what metal is it. That's why we cannot find the volume by using the formula from density. But you need to read the question properly. A cube of an unknown metal has side length of 5 centimeter. From that sentence, can we find the volume?
Yes.
Yeah, because it's already say a cube has a side length of 5 centimeter. So we can find the volume from here. Anyone want to help me to find the volume?
5 times 5 times 5.
Yeah, so 5 times 5 times 5, which is equals to 125 centimeter cube. Now we already have the volume, we already have the mass. So we can find the density. How do we find the density?
Mass by density.
Huh? Yeah,
Mass.
mass.
Oh, density. Mass by volume.
Okay, mass by volume. The mass is equals to how many?
1,100.
1100. And then the volume is?
125.
Okay, how many it will be? How many it will be? Anyone? You can use a calculator. Sorry. So it will be 8.8 gram per centimeter cube. So now we read the question. By calculating the cube density, determine which metal the cube is likely to be made. So the metal is made from?
Brass.
Yeah. Is there anyone having any question?
No.
Okay. If you have no question, it's no time's up, right? Yeah. Okay. So I think we can continue until question B. Calculate length of each sides of steel. Another cube made of steel has mass of 4 kg. You already have the mass, which is 4 kilogram. The 4 kilogram, yes? Yeah, we already have the mass. The mass is 4 kg. 4 kg, we change the unit into gram. It will be equals to 4,000 gram. And then now you know that the metal is made from steel. And then we know that the density of steel, wait, where is it? Yeah, I hope the gray square will not really disturbing you. So this is the density of steel. The density of steel is equals to how many? The density of steel? Anyone knows? It will be 8.2 gram per centimeter cube. So you already have this one. And then the question is asking the length for the cube. We have the mass, we have the density. So which thing that we can find out? Is it the volume or can I directly find the length? Yeah, we can find the volume first. How do we find the volume?
Mass by density.
Okay, mass by density. So how many by how many? The mass is equals to how many? 4,000 by 8.2. How many it will be? Hello, are you still there? Okay, let me just answer it because, yeah. Yeah, 487.8. As you know, when the volume of cube is volume of cube is as to the power of 3. So later if you are going to find the sides, you just need to cube root the volume. So you find the cube root of how many is it? 487.8. You just need to find the cube root. The answer will be like about 7 something, I think. How many it will be? Anyone already find it maybe? Yeah, it's already time's up. I know. Okay.
Teacher, exactly.
Yeah. It will be around 7.9. Yes, sorry, someone say something.
My answer is 22.0 something.
No, it's square root. It is a square root. You have to make sure it is a cube root. It's not a square root. Yeah, 7.9. Yeah, if we round off to the nearest one decimal place.
Teacher, can we not use those two decimal place?
Two.
Or one decimal place is already fine.
Sorry, I could not hear it.
Oh, never mind, teacher. I didn't see
Yeah,
the
because the question is say in one decimal place, you have to round it off into one decimal place. Okay, I think that's all for today's class. Maybe for the next 2 weeks, I will be giving you like a chapter-wise test. Next week, I'm planning to make a revision for the chapter and 5. Please kindly study during the weekend so you can do good on the revision. I think that's all for today's class.